So my name is James Bernard. Started Castlecast in 2001. A lot of people ask, how do you start a haunted house? How does that happen? I was sitting in my senior year in an entrepreneurial class, and I love business and I love theater, and I thought, put the two together. 20 years later, still doing it. So we started off more family-oriented, very interactive, very immersive, full story, script, make you laugh, and make you scream. But over the years, everyone wanted more scares. So we've just developed that more and more and more. And that's why we're here now, is we've gone the opposite level of family friendly to the more extreme side of things, for the people who want that. So we started Castlecast, like I said, back in 2001. And we had one location then. We split up to 3 locations for a while. We're back to 1 now, and now we have year-round, finally we have a year-round experience. So we have the haunted house that's open on Fridays, and then we also do escape rooms year-round. So we have 5 escape rooms. We have 4 at the moment. We just got rid of our pirate escape room, our first one that we're actually putting a new one in, and we're putting in a more high-tech. It's our finale for the haunted house as well. So these are all inside the haunted house. So the rooms are they're pretty intimidating. They're not meant for your 6-year-old kid's birthday party. These are all haunted house sets. Very immersive again. And like the haunt, we want to be interactive. So our escape rooms have a story. It's not just come in, solve this, do that. It's actually, hey, you're doing this. Thanks for coming. You came to solve this. The last crew died, but maybe you'll do better. That sort of thing. And the haunt's very similar. So our haunt, we have 5 levels of fear now. So again, we want to be friendly to you. So you might be terrified of haunted houses, but your wife, your buddy, whomever wants to go check it out, and you're a little pansy. So you get a little Harry Potter glow stick that says, hey, level 1, I'm terrified, please, monsters, stay away from me, monster be gone. And level 2 is a normal haunted house. You walk through and we don't touch you, but we don't stay away from you either. So we get in your face, good scares, all of that. Level 3, then we can touch you and mess with you, but we don't move you. Level 4, yeah, so we can throw you on our shoulder and drag you off. We have special rooms, and a lot more intense stuff can happen to you. And then level 5. Level 5 is, not only can those things happen to you, they will. Those things will absolutely happen to you. You will find our extra rooms, and we will do things to you that you have to sign I think it's an 8-page waiver, to make sure that you understand all of the very intense things that are going to happen to you. And that led us to Crucible, which we just started about a year ago, which is our extreme haunt. So we take the haunt, and you'll experience part of the escape room, part of the haunted house, and you'll experience more. But it's all themed, it's all story-driven, very psychological, but very physical as well. And can you survive until dawn? So you'll start around 11 o'clock at night, and then, we don't want to tell you too much, but can you make it? Can you experience all the things of being a star in your own horror movie, basically? If you think about it like that, all the beautiful things that happen to people in horror movies, you know what you're up to. So I was inspired to go more extreme. Back in 2007, the year before, one of the big haunted houses in Utah, Rocky Point Haunted House, went out of business. And we all of a sudden got super busy. And we were very interactive at the time. We told a story. We had the 7 Deadly Sins. We were on the Travel Channel. We had all these cool things happen, and we just exploded. And we couldn't do what we wanted to do anymore, which was the super interactive stuff that when you have 30, 40,000 people coming through your door, you just can't give them that experience. So we split it off, and we started doing murder mysteries as well. But that's not quite the same as the haunt. And so we started introducing touch back in 2007, where we can touch you. No one in the country was doing it. I mean, I think I heard of one place that might have been doing it in New York or something like that, but we just said, what the hell, let's try it, let's see what happens. And the customers loved it. So we had a touch, a hands-on horror is what we called it. But people, of course, want escalation, they want more. So instead of just touching you, they want blood. They want more intense scares, physical scares, where we can literally drag you, throw a bag on your head, do lots of other fun stuff. And so from 2007 to 2018, we went from 0 levels to, now we have a hands-on, now we have 3 levels, now we have 4, now we're up to 5, and we have the extreme haunt. So we watched, I've met Russ McCamey and seen so many videos, and there's a fan base for extreme haunting. And I think what Russ McKamey started is kind of where we're at, where it's still a haunted house. You're still getting that very intellectual scare. The physical is secondary, and that's where we're at. We're very psychological. I mean, that is what we do. So I was approached by someone who loves to do this sort of thing, and he and I got together. We sat down. We said, "Can we make this happen? And how would we?" And that's when Crucible, our overnight full interactive immersive extreme haunt was born. So safety is just huge for us. And I think that is very, very important for any immersive haunt, any extreme haunt, or even any haunt that does hands-on. Anyone that touches you, I think safety is just paramount. So it starts with a waiver. It starts with, let's get the legal stuff out of the way so that you understand as a customer what we're going to do. We don't want to surprise you, so we put everything that can possibly happen to you in there. And that's kind of psychologically scary too. When you're signing one of those things, you flip the page, you're like, there's more, but wait, there's more. Are you really going to do that? Do people really pass out in your show? Does this happen? Does that happen? We need to train for all of that stuff. Me, I am medically trained. I worked in an ICU for 14 years. My wife happens to be a doctor. I mean, we're very medically oriented. But on top of that, the actors are key because they're the ones who are there. So they're trained by me, by our team, to report anything right away if they're worried about anything at all, and stop. So if you can't handle something, you don't keep going. That's what a safe word's for. So we have a safe word. If you can't mouth the safe word, you can shake your hands. If you can't do either one, well, it happens, but that's the discretion of the actor who's there. And so the actors are handpicked by the couple of us who run it. And they're only people that we've known for years, literally years, to do the most extreme stuff. So it's not just, have I trained you? Have you sat through 5 classes? No, you've done all of that. And we know you. We know you personally. We know your character. We know the type of person you are. I'd much rather not go too far than go too far. So it's worked well. We've never had any incidents where I felt like we were unsafe, and I want to keep it that way. So I think having a safe word is paramount to that. And even when we give you the option of not having a safe word, we still tell you if we think you're in peril, if we think that you can't handle this, we'll stop. We'll let you take a break, and we'll let you keep going, if we think you can. But it's got to be safe. It works great owning a haunted house that also is an extreme haunted house and also does escape rooms, because incorporating all of it is just natural. So we already have I'm walking into Castle of Chaos, which means I'm descending down underground 15 feet to start. You're already in it. You're already literally underground when you come into our experience. And each of the experiences we have, they're all meant to be disturbing. They're all meant to scare you. The escape rooms are scary escape rooms. The haunted house is a scary haunted house. And then the overnighter, the Crucible event is all of it combined. And that's why we take elements from each of the things that we do and we put them together for the overnight experience. So it's actually pretty seamless, and it gave us the experience to use, we use technology on you, not just actor-driven, which is our forte, which I think all immersive haunts, I think that's the best way to do it, is very actor-driven. But being able to have ready-to-go tech is a great addition, and we've added new things every month to that end, and we plan to continue to do that. So Crucible does have a narrative, and right now we have a serial killer narrative. It's the escape room that you'll experience while you're going through is our serial killer escape room. But it also gives us a story, it gives us a reason, and that will change. We haven't put a deadline on it. Like our escape rooms, we'll do it until we feel like it's time to change it. So I would guess it'll last a year and a half, maybe 2 years total. But serial killer just fits. It's good. We have a story behind it that makes sense because of the way that Crucible was born, being paid by someone who wants to come in and do this. I felt like I was in a Saw movie myself, so it was very fitting, and these people are disturbing. So we use that because it's real, because it works. So you're coming into something that naturally was like a horror movie to start with, and so we just ran with that theme. And for this one, the gist is you're bank robbers, and you got some money, and well, then you got taken by a serial killer, and now he's trying to get that information and his gang from you. So not only are you going through the haunt and the escape room and all of that, there is a story behind everything that you're trying to withhold information from us while you're going through it. And of course, there are lots of ways to get information from you. We really were excited to come out here to Midsummer Scream and meet the crowd that does and loves what we do. If you want to find out more information about Castle of Chaos, I know we do have some information on haunting.net. You can also go straight to castleofchaos.com. It's got our escape rooms and our haunted houses. It's got our Crucible event, our year-round Friday night haunt. It's got everything on there. So either way, there's a lot of information, videos, and whatnot to check out.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Cool. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.